Former Deputy Chief of Staff to Governor Kathy Hochul has been arrested. Linda Sun and her husband, Chris Hu, were arrested this morning at their Long Island home for allegedly being agents of the Chinese government. The U.S. Attorney's Office says Sun, at the request of Chinese officials, blocked Taiwanese government officials from having access to officials in New York State, altered government messaging on issues related to the Chinese government, and attempted to facilitate a trip to China for a New York politician. Sun and Hu are appeared in court this afternoon. In a statement to 12 News, a spokesperson for Governor Hochul said, quote, "This individual was hired by the executive chamber more than a decade ago. We terminated her employment in March 2023 after discovering evidence of misconduct. We immediately reported her actions to law enforcement and have assisted law enforcement throughout this process," end quote.